I want a sandwich. Now. Oh, sandwich wench. Yo, wench. Sandwich. Now. I'm going to need a sandwich. A sandwich. I'm going to need a sandwich. Sandwich. I'm going to need a sandwich. A sandwich. A sandwich. A sandwich. I'm going to need a sandwich. Sandwich. I'm going to need a sandwich. A sandwich. A sandwich. Oh, sandwich wench. I want a sandwich. Sandwich.
Hi everyone, welcome back. Hope you're having a marvellous day. Do forgive you hear a thud. I am quickly adjusting the mic because I just realised it's far too low. There we go. Hi. We are playing Euro Truck, continuing our adventures from last time. Should be on the screen. If it's not, I'm very sorry. But yes, we're on this today. I don't know why the backdrop is still festive, but it is. Hearts in Bloom event is what we're doing. I've just got a alert on my phone. Apparently my Halls of Injustice on an individual called Carly Gregg has been demonetized because of some content owned by LDS. So that'll be fun. I'll look into that after this stream. So of course, before we go anywhere, hello to Hannibal Inches In, Cats for Nelson, Laura, Katie Louise, Noah, Farah Trout. Hope you're doing marvellously. Let us see if we can find ourselves a... Oh, jeez. There it is. Okay. We're going back here, are we? Very well. We're doing Valentine's deliveries. There are no dogs here, sadly. They're all in the house. Wizzy Woo has she's having a good day today, so I'm leaving her in the living room for now. She can chill out there while I install updates on my Steam Deck, because that'll take a while. That's off and on. My lights are on. Okay. Delivery is just there. Is it this way round? Ease. Well, that's easy enough, isn't it? Very good. Anyway. Let us... hi, Aki. Hope you're well. Had a few issues with Throne today. To reconfirm my address because apparently every item that's been ordered for me recently has not been purchased. I've had to refund it to try and rebuy it. That would include a surprise gift from you, Laura, and I'm really sorry about that. I've re-entered the address and found the item and repurchased it. Hopefully the issue has been resolved. If not, then Throne might, well, be dismissed soon. We'll see. Right, how are we doing here? Not landlocked by purpose. Sadly not. It's not the warmest today, and so I figured they would want to stay indoors and just stay a bit cooler if possible. Warmer, sorry. My sisters have just purchased, or arrived yesterday, a door cover for the house where the door, they don't have a door in the living room or lounge, and so they got this. It's like a quilt, velcros to the inside of the door frame, and keeps the room warm. So they've been in there mostly, and it's quite nice actually. The only drawback is because my sister's kids, all their children are quite young. They see the entrance part of it as a novelty still, so they're smashing into it as hard as they can because they find it funny. Was it the surprise gift? One of them was. The other was an item somebody had purchased while I was not on, and that was the printer dryer, which I didn't need, but I was very grateful to receive, to be honest, because it would have held 2 filament spools instead of the one I have that has 1. So I have attempted to repurchase both items with what you donated. because annoyingly, once it gets an issue, it then spoils the surprise automatically for me. So I've had to re-enter my address in the hopes that that does the job. So yeah, no puppies. They're all nice and warm in the house, and no anything else really. Actually, it's just me today. But I will, after this stream, go back to the house for a while, hang out with my dog. If my dog wants to join us, she will. The place should be warm enough by then. But she hasn't eaten today, so she's eaten some bits, but not her food. I, being me, I've given her some ham roll. She was happy with that, and some dog treats. She was happy with that. She wouldn't eat her actual food, so yeah. I know that with her getting older, the good days and the bad aren't going to be equal anymore, or better for good and such. But yeah. She's okay. Wizzy's okay. She just didn't eat. She's just feeling very derpy and sleepy today. She got stuck on her back on the couch, and so I tickled her for about 5 minutes, and like 5 minutes left her there. She went to sleep. She was fine. She's okay. Yeah, she's all right. Today's been a bit of a cold day. I did take my scooter, to work this morning because it was just too much. Got there as quick as I could to warm my hands up, and we have made a video. Hopefully, I'm not completely shadow banned by the powers that be at YouTube. Hopefully, and not a huge appetite. Yeah, not a huge appetite at all. To be fair, she doesn't need to. Weirdly, she's never been the type to need to eat every single day, but when it does happen now, we pay more attention. Hi Monica, hope you're well. Yeah, we made a video because I saw him passing that Prince Andrew, formerly Prince Andrew, has been arrested. Something which excites an entire nation of people, because he deserves to be. Simple as that. And also, we haven't had a royal arrested in over 300 years. So, the last one to do so lost his head. That being King Charles I. And hello, Real Catnip Dave. Happy Lint to you too. I don't know what any of that is, but fair enough. Do forgive. I don't observe most religious festivals. And I'm also fairly ignorant to most of them. And yes, on his 66th birthday, fun fact, the death penalty was abolished in the UK when he was 5 years old. Yeah, in 1965 it was abolished. What a shame. What a crying shame. Sleep was there, turn-in was there. Well, I'm going this way. Well, we would do some rain. Got any fuel? And there was a secret road there. Hang on. I see secret road, so first of all, I'm going to do this because I don't know if I need any. Do I need any? Oh, okay, a couple 100 litres so far. I'll take it. Bring it back. You know, soft squeaky duck, there is an argument people are making in that direction. If he's found guilty of selling or giving up our country's confidential information, that counts as treason. Simple as that. The sentence for that, for treason, is life. Oh no, what a shame. I feel so bad for him. Anyway, we'll ignore that for now. But I have made a video on it, if anyone hasn't seen it yet. Yeah, I've made my view quite clear. I want to follow and adhere to the system, of course I do, but I do believe, based on the information we know, believe there is enough guilt there that he can in fact be prosecuted. Hi Evil Castle, hope you're well. Thank you for joining us, guys. I know we're a bit earlier than usual, but I have no bakery today, so thought, yes, let's have a nice casual streamy stream, and well, start a bit earlier so I can finish a bit earlier later. I will be doing a lucky he didn't follow his ancestor, Dave. I agree, by the way. There'll be a Chantel stream later, of course there will be, and yeah, we'll e-bag it up because that's what we're meant to do, aren't we? Yes, and hopefully have a nice evening. Yes, but there'll be a bit of a gap between this stream and that, maybe an hour. Give me a chance to ensure my Steam Deck is up to date, because that's what I was running updates for. Otherwise I would have started here at 4, so about 33 minutes ago. Yeah. Oh well. It's been a good day today, minus the chill. Nieces and nephews have mostly been here. My youngest nephew is 6, I think, and he was playing GTA San Andreas and on the Switch, and I was like, that's not appropriate for him. I've got the walkthrough book still, and he's only got the first. He doesn't have access to San Fierro or Las Venturas, so he doesn't have the whole map. I feel a bit guilty because I could easily unlock them for him just by doing the campaign stuff for him. But he doesn't have the patience for it. All he does is he aggravates the police and then drives around until they kill him. That's all he does, which, I mean, I understand that. Seems a bit redundant, but he's learnt that from his father, who doesn't really play games either. Oh, Newty Newts, thank you for the raid. I really appreciate that. Hello, Raiders. Hope you're well. We are boomering our way through the Valentine's Day event, and I'm just talking about my nephew having an inappropriate video game. Because I've gotten to that stage of life now where I look at it and go, probably isn't appropriate. Massive meltdown when she finds out she's been age restricted. I'm hoping she gets one soon. I hope she has it. It'd be hilarious, Laura. And hello, Newty Newts. Hi. Yeah, he was playing that, and I had nieces playing Dreamlight Valley, and the other one of them playing Minecraft. Because I've played it a little, not much, I remembered bits and bobs. She couldn't remember where her house was because she went through a portal, and I was like, just go over the map and find it. Oh, I can't. Oh no. It's tragic. And how's the roads? The roads are okay. A bit wet. We're going through Sweden doing the Valentine's Day event. We're on delivery number 4 of 14, I believe. Yeah, nice and casual. Ooh, minus my terrible driving. Nice and casual at the moment. I didn't realise when they did Nordic Horizons they introduced a bunch of new hidden roads, so that'll be a fun little add-on to locate. Few hookers, builds character. Apparently it does, Katie Louise. I still think for a 6-year-old he shouldn't be playing GTA, but his dad, who's older than me, thinks it's okay for his son to play GTA 5, and he thinks these games are retro. Well, they're not retro, they're just really good games, okay? I saw him play GTA 3, and he got beaten up by the Mafia and by the, what are they called? Guys that have the fish bands. Syndicate of some kind, aren't they? No, Triads? No. I can't remember what they're called. The ones who exist in Chinatown and the First Island in GTA 3. No, not Yakuza. No, that's Second Island. That's, over the... Swedish fish are important. I've heard they are. How is the ladies of the quest night? Exactly that. Oh, I hate this. Exactly that, Newty Newts. Too soon. Agreed. He's 6 years old. He shouldn't be on this at all. and he doesn't know how to play at all. He was trying to drive away from the police with the car facing him, when the police car's just battering him up in GTA 3, and he didn't know how to escape. And I would applaud. Triad. Thank you. That was it. Triad. I couldn't remember the name. So I was watching him play this quite badly on a fairly on a full-size Switch, not an OLED, and doing really badly, and wondering why he kept dying. Aggroing the police. Just do missions. Do some missions and unlock second island and do more. But I did tell him that I've got Vice City's the best one of the three. It is hands down the best one, and I'm quite partial to the custom car mods in San Andreas, which is a lot of fun. It can't be denied. I still have my walkthrough for the PlayStation 2 for San Andreas, which inside are the folded up, well, not folded, half folded maps from all previous iterations of GTA that were on the PlayStation 2. I think Liberty City Stories did go to the PlayStation 2 eventually, and I got that map as well, which is, I think, slightly different. If memory serves, it's slightly different. Uh-oh. You're in my way. It was in my way. And I'm sorry about the foodie stuff for you, Favor 6. I really am. I think the issue I have is there aren't many options for me right now to cover as a lolcow. There aren't many options I can do, because there just aren't many around that I would do well covering, sadly. I'm really sorry about that. Although I do understand that to be the truth as well, though, with the fatigue side of things, because my viewership covering her is almost as bad as my videos in general. You know, it's really hit or miss. I think I got more views covering her as a stream on the main channel than I've ever done on any other channel. And the sucky part about that is there's a possibility here, because of how badly things have been this month, I may have to put the streams back on the main channel, which I really don't want to do, but I may have no choice soon. That would actually really suck. Oh, I'm sorry, Favor. Again, I really am. I don't know what I've done. I will admit I have had worries when it comes to my channel, because I'm not able to. I'm losing subs every day now again. It's the last year and a bit have been horrible. And Cog, my friend Cog, Cog's World on YouTube, formerly Cognitive Thought, he's been highlighting that really the only way you grow now is by making slop. That's the only way you grow. And structured videos and topics, such commentary as a whole is going. And live streams are the only way for anyone to be able to be stable, which I hate, because I love making videos. I hate that the only way I can get views is really by covering those two. In stream form, that is. There's nothing with Shania right now, because she's basically being... What, she went to jail or something? There's not much I can do on that front. Oh look, we parked it, everyone. Only took 20 minutes, that's good. See if we can get ourselves another job. And nope. What's that lag? So browse contracts. Yeah, it's been a bit of a struggle of like covering any one really. These same places. Is there another one? It's a bit further, but I'd rather do that because it takes us further down. Although I would like to go up here at some point. There are places I've not been to yet. A good place for... I agree, Bri. I really do. For Shani to be in prison, yes. For me, I can't cover people who are in prison, of course, so a bit tricky on my part. And yes, I'm being a little bit selfish, but I'm allowed to be selfish, aren't I? Okay, my steering wheel locked for a second there. Sorry about that. I do, yeah. Core audience still watches. That is very important, especially as this is as I'm attempting to reduce stress this year at least by reducing outgoings. I'll be able to cut my phone bill by about 30% in April, which is great news. I should be able to get rid of a fair few outstanding bills by the middle of the year, but there are still bills then left and they've got to be taken care of. A lot more people should be in prison. If only there was space. I think that's a big issue in the world right now. There are people who deserve to be there and they're not. And then people then make it a political thing and say, oh, about this person, if they're president or not president, or I don't care. I really don't care. Under it, yeah, they should build the prison, shouldn't they? Yeah. Maybe have them build pyramids. That'd be a good idea. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. It's been a bit of a slog, and other creators now are starting to highlight it as such, and the issue that Cog mentioned at the start, so he's doing a 12-hour marathon stream at the moment to prove a point that he could easily make, I think it's $300 over a stream. I can't do that. That's a very much, that's a one, I could do it once, maybe twice in my entire time on YouTube. Never more times than that. That's such an oddity thing to do. But he's trying to prove the point that he can't do it, then he will just make other types of content. He'll move away from what he does and do something else because it isn't worth his time anymore. But he also believes he still can do it, but then he himself is also suffering on numbers, and so he doesn't want to beg for donations. I don't like doing that. Nobody wants to be like DSP. No one does. I don't think even DSP wants to be DSP anymore. But DSP is that, you know? So we have to pick those battles very carefully. How we go about streaming, we have to be a bit more thoughtful and considerate. I just normally link something in the description, you know, and leave it at that. But it is one of those horrible little things where, as time has gone by, because of what YouTube has done, more and more creators are getting reliant on their audience to financially support them in that respect, when it should never have gotten to that point in the first place. And that is bothering a lot of us, myself included. This week's not been it's been a good week to have a core audience, of course it is, but not a good week if you try and grow, which is something I've always wanted to try and do, and not. I had thought putting the streams on Megon Live would do us a favour, and it hasn't. It's been very hit or miss, we've discovered. It's actually harmed Twitch, which is a big problem. So I might have to pull the game streams as well, which also sucks. I don't understand why that happened, but it did. Is there Google plans in the UK? I don't know, actually. I actually don't know the answer to that, I'm afraid, Evil Castle. You don't. You're all good, Hannibal. I'm not going to complain about it. I just want to highlight that. I just want to highlighting that I'm not the only person who's noticing these problems. It's been ongoing for over a year anyway. Oops, sorry. And I thought trying things out would help, and YouTube have said no. Although getting more demonetized old videos is quite amusing to me, because I'm pretty sure that Halls of Injustice that's been demonetized is an old one. I'm going to have to look into which one that is. Being demonetized for copyright claim on music, that tickles me, because I'm going to have to go and listen to it now, find the audio, and then determine whether they're talking out their backside or not. We'll find out soon enough. But it's nice to see, because obviously Cog and I have always gotten on well. It's always good to see that others have a similar problem. It's a shame, really, because what YouTube have done is they've made it so channels like myself, who've always been stuck in an area, we can't consistently grow audience or viewership. We can't. It's just not possible. But they will happily promote channels under a certain threshold for subscriber count. They'll promote the crap out of them, but once they reach that threshold, they will stop promoting them instantly. And I feel sorry for those creators, because they're going to also find out the hard way that what was once an opportunity at a job is actually just an excuse for YouTube to only pay them a little compared to others of a larger size. Which is a big worry anyone should have, really. Guessing I'm going to be this side for a second. Guessing? Wild guess. I will not be beaten by an XF. Sorry, I'm a Volvo. I'm always going to win. Oh, that was tight. Oh, hello. My headphone cable just wrapped around the steering wheel then. Hello, Cats for Nelson. Hope you're well. Thank you for joining us again. Or joining us, sorry. Sorry, it was another cat on Kick. Catnip Dave, and I thought that was you again. Sorry. So I've got Cog stream up, actually. It's muted at the moment, but I was listening to him because he's doing his own thing. You know, he has his own pinata he likes to A-log, and I have a good chuckle listening to that because I don't cover Ethan Ralph. Maybe I should one day, because he and I were actually on really good terms once, long ago. Ethan Ralph and I, when he was dating an English woman called Nora, we were on great terms. We hung out during Brexit at night, and then his stream devolved, sadly. We got Sargon and Dion briefly, Sargon of a card, but then because they were all talking about some bollocks, Sargon left and started his own stream, and Ethan ended up just stream sniping it, so I went to bed. And then woke up to find we'd won, so it was alright. But yeah, that to see what he is now from what he was, to me is fascinating, because he blocked me on Twitter once after I made a video on Andy Warski, because Andy Warski had become a log cow. Ethan had never called me or spoke to me about it, even though he just blocked me, which I thought was quite funny, really. I've never made a video on Ethan Ralph, but to see what he is, it's, yeah, a bit embarrassing, really. And hello, Lulu. I don't know where my horn is. Hi, Lulu. Hope you're well. Thank you for joining us. Been a while. Turn those off. There we go. Much better. It's nice and sunny as well. Yeah, there are people I'd love to cover. The only drawback is I can't guarantee there'd be an audience to watch these, and also I don't know how I would cover them to begin with, if that makes sense. Like, I know that Cog covers him almost every other day. I don't. I don't keep up to date with Ethan. Ethan's story is just full of drugs and some underage women. Two people have had children with him, which raises a number of questions I don't fully understand. You want to visit England? Nothing wrong with that. He's going to drive into me. He's going to drive into me. He's going to drive into me. Oh, he didn't. What an oddity. Why'd you go in that lane to begin with? Thank you for forgiving me, Lulu. I appreciate that. You want to visit England, do you, Cats for Nelson? Good for you. Don't visit London. It's a pile of crap. Lulu can attest to that. We in England do not accept London as a part of the country because it's a hellhole. You go there if you have too much money, you want to be taxed more, or you want to be robbed and or stabbed. Yeah. If you're female, replace stab with something else that rhymes with the word grape. London is, after all, the capital for that word. In Europe, I believe. What a proud statistic to have, London. We're going too fast. No, we're not. Excellent. So what else has the Meg been up to? Running updates on the Steam Deck, because I thought, you know, I've been making more time, and I think it's really helped us. We've been having a good week so far. Like, feeling... No, the anxiety is nowhere... It's not there at the moment, if that makes sense. Which means I feel like I'm ready now to try and go back to the gym. I'm shooting for Monday. It is favour. It's certainly rich. And morally bankrupt at the same time. Which is an ironic statement, really, is it not? Your dad tells Saturday I don't go to Scotland next year. That sucks, Bri. It'd have been nice to well, if you'd gone, to get David and go on a road trip just to badger you. You've grown twice, but it was in 2006 and 2008. In 2006, Inu, hello by the way, I started university. In 2008, I was starting my second year, because I did a foundation year and a first year. I did 2 foundation years technically, but that was a student loan issue. But I did 3 first years basically. I was heavily drinking and playing. I was boxing and playing a lot of sports back then. Made the suggestion. Oh, tossed out. My apologies. I misunderstood. Newty Newts. So, the person who hits hydrate first in the stream actually gets to be the drink czar. If you hit exclamation whiskey, no E in that, WHISKY, exclamation mark at the beginning though, you get a choice of drinks. You get to pick the drink that I pour and have for the remainder of the stream today. But yeah, Bri, you should definitely go to Scotland. They've got some fantastic distilleries, of course they do. I wholeheartedly recommend. I mean, if you did, I'm sure I could find a way, David, to get some samples to you from our collections. You can try a few of our more illustrious whiskies, if possible. If you're able to go, that is. Welcome back, Kitty. Hope you're well. Thank you for joining us. I really appreciate it. Don't forget those on YouTube and Rumble if you like the streams. Enjoy the streams. Like the stream. That's better. If you like the stream, though, like it again. Like it again to have it up, not down. Thank you. PC up and running again thanks to some lovely people in your Discord. Oh, Kitty, it's always good to have tech support. It really is. I'm very sorry you're having tech issues, by the way. In 2006, you were 16. So 2006, I was 20. Yeah. It feels weird that I look back on the 20 years that have happened since. The whole half of my life. I can safely say the first half of that 10 years felt like a waste of my time. Like I wasted 10 years. And I'll include going to university at this point. While I met David, and that is as a friend, one of the best things that could have ever happened to me, I still regret... Nah, you slowed down. Nah. He slowed down on purpose, not having that. Yeah, my 20s to the age of 30, minus starting on YouTube at 29, I felt like I wasted it. 100%. I threw away so much time, and that's my fault. Whereas the 30s, I'm blessed in one respect, because my 30s, I've had Lizzie the entire time. I was a YouTuber full-time for all 10 years. And most of that was good. The past year and this so far haven't been great, but it's still my job, so I can at least be happy about that. It's just, man, views have nosedived, and that's a problem, because I rely on views rather than e-begging to pay my bills, you know? 13 starting high school. Damn. You were young, Kitty. We were all young. Especially because you're now, what, 33? You've got plenty of time, though, haven't you? Fingers crossed the computer stuff doesn't hurt you anymore. Hello, Fresh Flowers. When a man is tired of London, he is tired of life. Samuel Johnson is wrong. There's nothing to. You can never live in London and still be tired of it. You know. We'll see next year and still believe 2006 was 20 years ago. Honestly, it feels like it, doesn't it? It's fully half my life, and at least one of the issues I had last month was trying to understand that I haven't completely wasted those 20 years, and I shouldn't be ashamed of anything I've done. I still have a play button, which is an immense achievement for me. Obviously, I want another one, but I'd like a Rumble one, and a BitChute to have a thing as well, but I'll never get that. You know, there are awards I want, but it's unlikely that I'll ever get them because it's just so hard to grow. Hi, K-Shell. Hope you're well. Too fast. But I do firmly believe that hard work pays off, and that's something I need to get back into my head. So it might be the case that we try and do a few extra people on streams, and game side of things I'm actually okay with, because as long as we're able to maintain Twitch, I don't really mind too much. Yeah, just maintaining Twitch, that's the issue. So if it does come to the point where I have to take these streams off YouTube, so be it. That's fine. I'll just have to get you all to come over to Twitch so I can be a knob on that platform instead. Hannibal, you're 28, aren't you? I don't know if Newty Newts is still here. Exclamation whiskey, and you can pick the drink. If not, we can delegate it to our resident whiskey enthusiast in the form of Bry, and Bry can pick the drink instead. There are plenty of good options. There's a rum as well. No E, Kitty. There it is. I should point out the mystery malt isn't actually there anymore, but I have replaced it with another bottle that... Oh, hello. I may not have seen that until the last second. There is a... you'd like that, Kitty. I'm sure. I bet your husband too would as well. The mystery one has been replaced with another whiskey. I'm not going to tell you what it is, though. Got yelled at by the Cthulhu kid. You did indeed. Hope you enjoyed your gift, by the way, Hannibal. As you can tell, I'm a big spender with gifts. Yeah. Oh, slow down. Better. Well, I was going to write something inappropriate, but I only sent one and realised I couldn't send two. Hello, Michael. Hope you're well. Chevy Chase is very funny, so I have no issue, although I've heard he's quite difficult to work with. I liked him in Community, so I thoroughly enjoyed him in that. Go for the Mystery Malt. Excellent choice. Right, well. No dog here to worry about. Let me just move this Powerpuff Girl Fuggler off my desk. It is the monkey guy. I don't know what he's called. I have that on my desk. Right. One mystery malt. Excellent. I actually have two mystery malts, but one is on the desk at the moment. The other one is under the desk. It was the one David got for me for my birthday, but I chose the Ardbeg Ugadal to be my birthday present. Stay hydrated, kids. Education instead of just kind of metting everything. But the party thing, though, I didn't do party things at all. Inu, I need to talk to Lulu, but I did do I went to a few things, you know, clubs here and there, but when I had to knuckle down, I did. David can attest to that. When it came time to put up, you got it done. There was no fucking around. You earned the treat. You're allowed to earn the treat, of course. Mojojo, is that what he's called? Okay, well I have him as a fuggler. I managed to pre-order him in a Care Bear, and I was like, yes. The Care Bear is actually in the post. I was very excited about this. Yeah, I'll find a space for him on the shelf behind me over the weekend, because I'm going to have my nieces come and help me tidy up in here a little bit. Because why not? Jojo, yeah, the monkey guy, the green face, black fur. He's still in the box. I haven't taken him out. I see 3 Powerpuff Girls on. I just wanted the monkey, to be honest. As a fuggler, which was cool. They do food ones now. I got my nieces one each. 2 got ice creams because they didn't know what was inside them, and 1 got a hot dog, which was fun, I think. I like them helping out. It's always nice to treat them a little bit. There used to be somebody on my server who was obsessed with Care Bears, so I'm curious if he now knows about the fugglers and if he's going to get any or not. I don't think he's on my server anymore, but I'm sure if he hears this, they exist. Natural affinity for mechanical things and electronics. Nothing wrong with that. That's fantastic. Oh, it's Mojo Jojo. Okay, thank you. I'm not familiar with the names, so I just defer to your superior knowledge, guys, because you're all smarter than me in that respect. I don't watch enough cartoons or remember enough to be able to. I couldn't remember the name of the blue guy from Thundercats, but now it's been drilled into my head enough times that it's Panthro. Because I had a figurine of him as a kid, but it kept on falling apart because the torso was never stuck together properly. Or that cartoon I liked of a cowboy guy used to channel powers of an eagle, a puma, or a bear, or something. Eagle. I think it was called Brave Star, maybe. Yeah. It's drilled into my head enough times that I should remember it, but I don't. Oh, it would have been hilarious, Kitty, if I forgot again, wouldn't it? Honestly, the amount of times I forget these things, I have done so consistently since I was a kid, is embarrassing. I like to believe it's because I believe in attic theory, but I don't know if it's so much that or more just I'm terrible with names and always have been because of a raging narcissism that I have. Yup. Apparently that's a narcissistic trait to not be able to remember things. Robot horse with a gun. Apparently I did favour 6. Apparently I did. Attic theory is the belief that with the finite amount of space within the brain, you discard all the things that you consider inconsequential. Yet, a lot of the times I remember the really weird, like many people do, the odd little bits here and there from things that I probably shouldn't remember. So, attic theory is the belief that there's a limited amount of space and you can't remember everything, so you discard it by choice. I don't know, Kitty, but apparently the inability to remember names is one of them. And that came from the reputable source called Amber Lynn of Reed. And I had to look it up and found out that there is some truth to it. There is some truth to it. Goldfish brain. Hannibal inches in, that's possible as well, yes. I'll send you a second plaster and you can put them wherever you want. Let's see. ADHD test. Is it really, Aki? Because I didn't know that. I've never tested or been tested. It's not possible at my age. There's no point. But I don't know much about those tests. I don't pay attention to them. I think I got a bit too close to the bollards then. Yourself. You can put them on yourself. Stay hydrated, kids. Your therapist disagrees. I've yet to speak to one. Turns out getting somebody to talk to is actually a lot harder in the UK than I thought it would be. So I've been struggling to find someone to be able to talk to about my issues, whatever they may be. Oh, the English disagree with everything Australian, though. We are screwed, that is true. We have a rather interesting situation right now in politics and obviously wider social space. It's quite fascinating, really. You were diagnosed in the 1990s. Oh, what a time to be alive. Things like that. In the 90s, when I was in school, if you were dyslexic, you weren't called that. You were called stupid. You had a special class of about 5 other people, and you were called a word that begins with R. Sounds like regarded, but changed the G in regarded for T. Which is coincidentally one of my favourite words of all time. I love it. Apparently I get a pass, though. I don't know why, but apparently I do. The guy that works at the gym I go to gave me that pass and said, "You have it, because I'm pretty sure you are." I'm like, oh, well, that's just lovely. I mean, I'll take it. I haven't seen him in a couple of months, so if I do decide to go in on Monday, I'll make sure to go in when he's there, so we can hang out for a bit. If only to do a little workout. Sandra is finally arrested. Yes, he is, Michael. And there's a video on my channel talking about it today. You're welcome to go, Michael, to my Megon YouTube channel and watch it. Give me a like, engage in the comments perhaps as well, because it really helps my channel and means a lot to me. Thank you. You were in that class where you fresh flowers. See, I never was. Two of my younger sisters, both of them, they were in those kind of classes. But I was in the other end. I was in the advanced classes. There weren't many of them, though. Once I got to year 10, they stopped doing them and just went, well, your top sets, that's it, really. I'm like, but this isn't enough, it's boring. I was right, because I was bored. Did they care? Not really. Why? Because school. They have no reason to care. But I will say, at least, I can be very proud of that. From my childhood, I was very lucky to be where I was. And she's saying that reminds me. So I had, I recently was tidying up in my room and I have some certificates from my childhood on the wall. And just before Christmas, I won a sample set of whiskies. And they got back to me a couple of weeks ago to say they've sent that they are now sending, and I still haven't received it. I may have to reach out to them now again and say, as grateful as I am, I still haven't received it. Are you sure you've sent my winnings? Because I want to show it off, you know. My family aren't known as winners, but for some peculiar reason, when it comes to whiskey, I seem to be a remarkably lucky individual. And yes, subsequently, that was something I remember, because they didn't know what to do with a few girls and 4 girls and 2 guys that were top, beneath me, but still top. And we were all like, what are we supposed to do here? Because this isn't challenging us. I did a... Oh, hello. Oh, sorry. Yep. Couldn't turn to save my life. My steering wheel locked. I did a GMVQ in construction in the built environment just to cure the boredom by giving me a practical thing to do. MVQ is a vocational qualification, practical learning. GMVQ was like a general vocational qualification, but it was a foundation version. So it's the entry level to that. I did it out of boredom, and it actually helped. It was equivalent to 4 GCSEs. Because I got a distinction, that counted as 4 A's. It was fun. Yeah, I made a pen holder out of copper pipes and abusing flux. I made a screwdriver with a lathe, so it was all metal, which I still have to this day. flathead, which I hate. You know, it was... That was what you had to do to get yourself through the day, so you weren't bored, you know? We didn't have clubs back then either. There was only a chess club, and that was once a week, and that was also kind of boring. There was nothing else. There was no Warhammer for me back then. I couldn't afford models, and my family moved so much I couldn't even partake in the hobby. Although I'm still eternally grateful that I still have some of them. Sorry, still have some of my models from back then, because I think they're worth keeping hold of, you know. Well, they certainly were then, and now I'm quite happy to occasionally revisit. Well, except the fact I don't have massive tits or a shiny hole, Kitty. So we are very different in one respect. Two rather large respects, actually. F, of course, for that, being too similar to myself. I think I remember when we got our GCSE results from school. We just moved again, so I walked into the school having had to unpack my stuff again, and I walked in, saw them, looked at their results, quickly went over, said, "How'd you do?" And I think the majority of them got straight A's, except for one or two grades here or there that were questionable. And I didn't even open mine. I didn't bother. I think I didn't open mine for about 2 weeks because I didn't need to. Not because I knew where I was going, but because at the time I didn't have a college place because my family had moved again, and it ruined my chance of going to college that first year after school. And I could not have been more angry. So there was no point me looking at the results because it meant nothing to me at the time. Because they were getting ready to move to Lowestoft from Reigate, and I'm like, this is actually taking the piss out of me. Oh, we need it for Ash. I was very angry. I went too far, didn't I? Let's just check. Oh no, we're on the line, we're fine. I too peaked in high school. So I don't think I did. It wasn't until I went to university, because then I didn't feel special anymore. Like people there were a few people I lived with my first year who were just so much brighter, and I think it was because I'd spent 2 years out of education, and yet again they were moving so much. I was struggling to keep up with all these younger minds, but I was able to, so it's not, you know, it wasn't the end of the world. So maybe I did peak. No, I didn't. I did quite well from going. College was okay, minus the interruptions of relocating twice. Captain sense of direction, indeed, Laura. As I've nearly reached my point, my destination, as it were, my sense of direction in this is fine because I can rely on the what my sisters dub the twat nav to get me to my location, which is fortuitous, is it not? What am I suffering? I could indeed, yeah. You're right, Kitty, but I you know what? I think if anyone deserves to have one, it may as well be you, because you're in a country where, because you're all criminals anyway, you'll get passed around like a joint in a prison. Keep it shiny, less chance of anyone getting ill. You're welcome now. Definitely welcome. Who said that? Oh, Hanny said it, did she? Oops. Sorry, it's hard for me to keep up with the chat. We have specific truck GPS devices in the US. They're nigh useless. Are they really? That's interesting. I didn't know that. In this, I guess it's a game, it's not going to be completely accurate, is it? Fudge. Hashtag blame Kitty. Blame Kitty, yeah, that's alright. Oh dear. Ah dear. That was quite good. We got a lot of experience on that. Okay, we're in. Let's find one more job, shall we? Yeah. I'll go somewhere we've not been yet. Östersund. Östersund? Is that how you say it? If anyone's Swedish, do let me know. Tachograph. Tachograph. Penguin, yes, we are indeed trucking, yes. Oh. It's easy enough. I still love that when David came over and he finally got to try this, he did not know that the pedals were on the other way round, and I finally got him. Because he looked at me and he knew I'd done him in dirty by switching the pedals to the correct position. Hi B Thimbles, hope you're well. Hope everyone that joins is having a marvellous day today. We're busy talking about Kitty's shiny hole because she's getting passed around, and having a jolly good delivering session. Deliberately in session, yeah. Been a good stream so far, I think. Yeah, having a bit of a complaint about YouTube, but that's just me. Yeah, chilling out. Looking forward to more streams after this. I need to take some power banks back to the house after this stream, so I'll be doing that first. They should be charged by the time we stream anyway. Although to be fair, I still have my backups anyway, so we have plenty of power for the streams. In your endo, Kitty. And yeah, a good stream, I think. Oh, geez, that's a tight turn. Where? Oh, there it is. Okay. If anyone knows where Innuendo comes from, 10 points to your respective Hogwarts house. You can say Valentines special, are you delivering chocolates and flowers? I have no idea. I don't know. All I know is I'm delivering these big pink things to places, and we're in Sweden. So keeps us busy, I guess. It's quite nice, actually. I'll have a little sandwich after this, and then come back and we'll do some lolcow streams. Sorry. At the moment they're trying to get my mouse to work. Not Deadpool and not Friends, no. Although I could believe Joey Tribbiani said it, no. Where I'm getting it from is somewhere else. Another comedy, though, one of my all-time favourites. It was actually a direct, for me, successor in comedy to another similar sort of style of show, or tangentially connected kind of ish show. Yeah, that's a bit obscure now I've said that. Why does the turn signal sound like a horse clamp? I've never heard horse clamps. Couldn't tell you. American Dad. Oh, if only. I love American Dad. I love Rogers. I saw Seth MacFarlane do a bunch of New Year's resolutions with one of those talk show idiots, and he did all the voices, and the fact he just rocks them and does them so easily. And Rogers is so good. Hi Leona, hope you're well. Hope work is treating you well today with all the paperwork you've been doing. Hope your boss bought you breakfast, lunch, or dinner today. Although he's probably didn't. He's bankrupt morally. Oh, my guy's yawning. How much your mother? If only it was. It's not. No. it was Scrubs, and it was the Todd. Double entendre? I'd like to double her entendre. We'll take the turn coming up and go there to hit a rest stop first. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay, how did both get help? Okay. Don't mind me. No? Oh, okay. Why is that not counted? I'm literally in the spot. Dickhead. Thanks for being here, Leona. Alright, let's get our nuts back on the road and make this delivery to Östersund. Secretary there might be a little late going to attempt to fix the OG problem on my PC. Well, best of luck to you on that. There will be a second stream. But 100% will be 2 to 2.5 hours worth of going through the cringe that is Chantal, who I believe her cat has been in surgery, or should have been in surgery. They've not, of course. There'll be much in the way of criticism in that direction. Because we know she's planning a holiday to Malaysia not long after her cat recovers. Dick. Poor Snow indeed, but at least they're getting treated in a country that doesn't have third world veterinary services. She just chose to pay third world veterinary services for a first world service because she's too cheap to get it done properly at the proper cost. If I cheaped out on Lizzie last year, I wouldn't have Lizzie here anymore. I'm going to be that guy. Pay for quality. And she didn't need the financial help to have the cost reduced in the first place. Chantal bought herself a scooter, a laptop, bought loads of takeout. Like, no. That's true, Michael. Much criticism will be had anyway. I'm okay with all of that. Okay. Looking alright so far. She's not, you're right, by the way, Favour. I think that's another issue I have. Again, I'm lucky to have Lizzie still, and I know she's not doing so well at the moment. The lumps we found are in a very odd position at the moment. I think with her, because of the scam she pulled, didn't want to help her financially. They really didn't. Whereas when I did mine for Lizzie last year, I put the receipt everywhere. That receipt was pinned on my Twitter for months. It was my community post. It's still there. I put it everywhere, coffee included, I believe, showing it was costed. You know? And I think that's important. If you can't do that, then you're not a good person. Simple as that. She's lied too many times. And so her blowing all this money on things like her scooter dying while she was on a recent outing, which was hilarious. You know, this is not good. Give Lizzie fuss. I can't. She's not here at the moment, Favour. There are no dogs in the cabin with me at the moment. She was asleep on the couch and I didn't want to wake her up. She's having a... It's not a good day today. So after this stream, we're going to go back to the house, chill out for about an hour with her. Chill out with her for an hour, and then come back up here and stream. Hopefully with her and the others to keep her company. Mostly her company. Shouldn't be leaving for anywhere. She needs to be home to make sure her cat's healing properly. Healing. You're right, Laura. 100% you are right. And yeah, she needs to do what's right, but she won't. And I hate that. You won't be late then. Good. But of course, don't put yourself out at the cost of your computer just to be in the stream chat, because your computer is important for yourself. And you've had a lot of issues of late with it, and of course I don't want you putting yourself out just for me, you know. But there will be some chastising of the Chantal all the same. We're in 80. How fast you're going, bitch. She was fit enough to push the scooter up the hill. Yeah, that's true, she was. I saw the video on Twitter, and I may have cried with laughter at that, because I thought, you really don't need that scooter, do you, Chantal? Any normal person that would need that scooter, yeah, she's not it. Planning my time around what I want, not you. Oh, fair enough. I am honoured you do that. Yup. You ban her now? Happy. Would do that. Yeah, she needs a walker, Favour. She needs to walk her to get the steps in. I've barely done any walking today, and I'm pretty sure I've done more today than she has done all week. And I really haven't done much walking at all. I promise you I haven't. I scooted to work. Oh, a two-wheel scooter. Just because it was quick. I needed to get there quicker because it was just too cold to walk it. But my hand injury cracked. I had to pull a trigger down to make the scooter go faster. So what do all you delicious people have planned for the rest of your date? I don't know if I asked you what you've been up to, but I'm going to assume I have asked. But what you're up to, I think it's interesting enough. I should definitely ask that. Hopefully some of you will join the stream. If you're not, hopefully you'll have good evenings ahead. Maybe play some games. I did finally complete my very first Pokédex, the 231 Pokédex for the standard ZA. I do have the Mega Dimension DLC. I have done a little of it just to see how you do it. But I realise I'm going to need a lot of berries and a lot of donuts. It's going to get very expensive very fast, I think. But I have done that, and so I was very happy. I caught Zygarde first time this time. I used a fast ball, so Zygarde's in a beautiful different ball. I haven't caught a legendary yet. I want to, but I haven't. I haven't got the shiny research level 50. I've got the Master Ball, but I don't have the last one, the shiny thing to increase your chance of catching shiny Pokemon. So I'd like to do that before I go any further anyway. But completing Pokédex Mental Worlds, because I've never done it. I'd like to try and do it with, go back and do it with Shield, and then do Violet and Arceus. But I haven't really... Arceus I never really played much. Shield, I think I have over 200. Of the original Pokédex, I don't know how many that is. I think I'd need to badger a few people for trades. Yeah. I need to finish that. Very sorry you're freezing there, Bri. Hope you're okay. Able to warm up a little bit soon at least. Get wrecked. Double wrecked. Triple wrecked. Quadruple wrecked. Infinite wrecked. Automod does appear to hate you, and I don't know why. I think it considered it sex-based when you wrote "touch your wood." There, kitty. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, I was very happy about that. I do want to go back now and do the other ones. But I think what I'll do is, for this, I'm going to stick with Mega Dimensions, because I want to catch a few from that. Yeah, so my top Pokemon Aki from what I've got are, I need to get Zygarde up to 100. That is a definitive, I have to do that, I think. Because that Zygarde is brutal. The Fairy Legendary, the other one Legendary, the one that gives and the one that takes, I've got both of them. My Emboar is 100, my Gardevoir is 100, no, 96. Blastoise, you slowed down on purpose, you can go forward. Blastoise, Emboar, those two, give and take. Zygarde and one other. What is it? I don't have a Switch on me, so I can't remember. Actually, I think I took a photo on my phone, didn't I? Hang on, let me find out. Oh, gift has been shipped. Okay, the remade sweets that you'd sent Laura have been dispatched. Did I take a photo? Nope, I took a photo proving I completed my Pokédex. That was why I took a photo of. Okay. I don't know what my sixth one is, I can't remember. It might be Noivern. Yeah, one it gives and one it takes. I got them easily. First time, in fact. Blastoise. Emboar. Victory Bell. No? No, it was Victory Bell, but and they were monstrous. Gardevoir. Gives and takes. Zygarde. Oh no, that is it. Yeah, that's 6. There you go. Yeah. My intention, I'm thinking about replacing Gardevoir. Considering it for something a bit more powerful, but I'm thinking like I can get Mewtwo, put them in the team instead. Obviously Rayquaza if the opportunity presented. Or if Groudon's in it, I'd replace Emboar with that. Groudon's like my favourite legendary. Why? Because Ruby's my favourite game. And I still don't have a copy of it. And it pisses me off. I had it for so long and I was so broke I ended up selling it for food basically. But I'm hoping I can get it. Yeah, I might go back to Shield because I know I've got a fair few on that. So I might go on that, have a look, see what I have on the standard decks of Poke, and see what is needed. We'll see. I'm not in a hurry. Turn it Eevee. So I've done that. Aki, getting the EVs. Mercifully, I did that, and that took me all day to catch all of them. To go back between 2 different zones, just so they can respawn and I can catch them. It was a ball ache, I might add. There are some side quests I need to do. Furfrows and leveling up Furfrows, and also a Pikachu. Which is proving difficult because I got it to the level recommended and I still couldn't win because the guy used Dig. I was like, that's not working. Alright. I may get into a habit of pulling my Pokemon back and then bringing them back out again or something. I don't know. So I might level them up a bit more. Sword, trade with you as needed. Ah, Aki, sword, perfect. I think my team on sword, because I was doing DLC stuff. So I have Moltres, Cinderace, Leafeon, Blastoise again, Marcham. My 6th one, I think, is the Psychic one on the horse, I think. But it might have been Rapidash before, just because Fairy type is insanely powerful. Nerds. But if you're going to insult us, at least say it with a super chat first. It's not nice to do it for free, it's just remove them. Dear, oh dear. How are we doing on this anyway? I'll check Shield actually first. I'll go upstairs and get my game and just have a look, because I'm not loaded into Animal Crossing on Pokemon 10 AM anyways. Arceus I'd like to do at some point, and Violet I never finished. I don't even know where I am, but I know that I was given this insanely powerful Mew, really powerful Mew, and I don't want to restart it because I was given all the starters as well. Although I kind of also want to try and play GTA on the Switch again. Because I watched my nephew do it, and I was having an absolute blast. For a minute, I got into a car, and one that looks like a Mazda on San Andreas. It looks like a Mazda MX-5 with a hard top. And I was just driving around and evading the police easily. But the drifting on it is so much easier. So much more forgiving as well. Doing? Oh, nearly an hour and 20, it's not too bad. Definitely not going to get another job done before we have to finish, so that's alright. I can head back to the house and take an hour and come back and hang out with you guys again. It'll be fun. And those power banks charged up as well, though, because they're not exactly flush with energy. The big one, that is. See, Aki, I need to look into that because I don't know what that is. Yeah, I'll look into that. Yeah, I'll look into that. Östersund. Perfect. Let's see if I can park this one manually. See how we get on. That could be a laugh. Game on the Switch. It takes minutes. It's essentially a PC one that works across multiple games. Okay. I will, I'll look for it. I'll go into the app store. I assume it's in there. And I'll go on the phone first, verify how to do it, and then I'll do that. Perfect. All right. Turned it early then. What the hell? Oh, it's even narrower than I thought. My mistake. Sorry. Right, my apologies. I was expecting to stop, start, and stall and reverse. Realised at the last second I could have got my headphone cable tangled then. Smart. Just check. I mean, I can still do it. It's not going to work, is it? Oh, it did. Well then, I'll allow that. Yay! That works. Right. That went better than I expected there, didn't it? Okay, well, I'm going to quickly come over here a second because I need to do something on the Rumble side. You forgive. Of my own amusement, if anything. Go here. Let's go. Go here. And we do that. I'm going to, on Rumble Raid. Thank you for being here, guys. I really appreciate it. I'll be back in about an hour. Yeah? Give me a chance to hang out with my dog, get some food, chill out. I'll see you all in a bit. Ta-ta, everyone.